For many years, I was a journalist and a would-be author, although that particular ambition did remain in draft form. Then one day, I decided to give it all up and become an English teacher. I had visions of changing young minds, to opening up their worlds and introducing them to new and exciting literature. Maybe I'd be the one that get them to put down their mobile phones and perhaps pick up a book. Bit ambitious, that one. Hopefully, I could just get one of them, just one student, to go on and write something, to become a published author. Someone whose life I had turned around and given direction. But above all, I wanted to be an engaging, an inspirational teacher. But sadly, life in a British Comprehensive, the Dead Poets Society, it was definitely not. Instead of them hanging on my every word, looking at me like I was some great god of literature, my words fell mostly on deaf ears. They just sort of stared blank at me like I was some old fart that they just didn't want to listen to anymore. I was just another teacher in another classroom, trying to give them even more homework that they didn't want to do. It was all so futile and relenting. As soon as one class of cretinous reprobates marched out, another group of indistinguishable miscreants marched in. From the haircuts to the names, the Joshuas, the Jonas, the Chloes, the Cleos, I couldn't tell one from the other. They were just the same one amorphous blob of indifference. Oh, there were a few nice kids in the mix, those who did want to learn a little bit, but in general, the growing trend was for them to be totally absorbed in being as obnoxious to one another as possible. It's quite uncomfortable to witness at times. But my view, as long as they were harassing one another, they weren't focusing their caustic wit and vile behaviour towards me. Oh, I had learned the hard way not to intervene. I had my car scratched, my classroom trashed, and a couple of false accusations, which I could really have done without. There was one lad, Kevin. He came and stood outside my house one evening, smoking away, probably marijuana. Year 11, he was one of the brighter ones as well. I'd just leave well alone, turn a blind eye. With a bit of luck, he would become a boss, employ one of the other Jonas from his class, who would go on to give him hell. Poetic justice. I think in all the years I was there, I hardly passed on anything of value to my students. My greatest ambition was to get through each class unscathed and hopefully pass on one scintilla of knowledge to maybe somebody. However, that being said, there was one young girl, Tammy Galloway. She was fairly anonymous in many ways. I mean, I was aware that some of the pupils were pretty vile to her, but as usual, I turned a blind eye. I had no idea how rampant the bullying was. One day I went in the staff room and it was abuzz with chatter about a young girl who killed herself. It was Tammy. The school put out a statement saying that her favourite subject was English, and that one day she hoped to write a book. And I, as an English teacher, knew nothing about it, had no idea. Not only had I failed to inspire, I'd failed to notice. I could have done something that might have saved her life. That's haunted me all years since. But while I failed to inspire her, I'd like to think that she inspired me. I took my draft off the shelf, dusted it off, finished it, and the novel has been published. And there's a little acknowledgement inside for Tammy. So perhaps she was the one after all.